Good morning, everybody. We're a little bit late this week with our video segment, but you know, the weather's just got us. So, happy National Coffee Day. Pick your poison. Yes, my witch's brew. We all know it's true.
Pumpkin spice latte.
So, welcome to Real Talk. I'm Lisa.
Tiffany.
And we speak fluent sarcasm. Thank you for reminding me, husband. So today is the last bit in our September Sellers series, and we wanted to wrap it up with a few different topics. Pre-qualification versus pre-approval, and we've talked about that before, but we'll touch on it again. The best time to buy or sell, that one's a little tricky, and what to expect when you close on the property. Just a little bit of advice, nothing too heavy, deep. After all, it is Friday and you all are thinking about the weekend. So first off, pre-qualification versus pre-approval. Every lender has a slightly different approach to getting their buyers, ready with a thumbs up, go ahead, look at houses, and you're good to go. So for sellers, how does that look? Why is that important? Well, it's important for you to know with 100% clarity that the buyer who's making an offer on your home has the ability to purchase it. So the difference between a pre-qual and a pre-approval is important for you to know as a seller. And any offers that come in should be accompanied by a pre-qualification or pre-approval letter. That just gives you, the seller, some peace of mind. So a pre-qualification means that the lender has gathered this basic information from the buyer about what they owe, who they owe, all those little details. And it's based on information that buyer verbally or emails to the lender. It's really a ballpark estimate, okay? A pre-approval letter means that the buyer has completed the application, they've provided actual documentation to support what they verbally told the lender, and they probably have had their credit checked. They've had that credit report pulled by the lender. So does that mean for you, the seller, that when you get a pre-qualification letter, that it's trash? Obviously a pre-approval is going to be stronger and have more merit than a pre-qual. But a pre-qualification means that buyer has taken the process seriously and started the process. Now they may have sent the documents in, they just don't have a pre-approval letter yet. But your typical buyer knows that they've got to talk to a lender first. They've got to get some supporting document to provide the seller or the agent if they want to put an offer in. That's the only way that they're going to be taken seriously. And a lot of times we see listings that say all offers must be accompanied by a pre-qualification letter. It's become SOP around here, with the market being what it is. So pre-qualification, pre-approval, make sure that your agent has those letters attached to any offers that come to you when you're selling your home. That's really the bottom line. Next, let's talk about, is it a good time to sell your house? There are different reasons why people want to list their homes. Maybe you've got a growing family. Maybe you've got an extra child coming along. Yay! Maybe you have an aging parent that needs a little more hands-on from you and you're going to move them in. And then there's empty nesters. Kids are grown up, they're off doing their own thing, having their own families. You got a 3,000 square foot house and it's a little bit too much upkeep. So maybe you want to buy something that doesn't require as much upkeep. Wouldn't that be nice? So they're all things that you really want to think about before you list your home. Because honestly and quite frankly, moving's a pain in the ass. I don't care if you hire movers or not.
It's a lot.
It's horrible. So anyway, It's a decision that you shouldn't take lightly. And then you've got to think about the current housing situation. There's low inventory, there are high home prices, the interest rates are up in the 7+ range at this point. So here's my advice. Here's what I think is going to happen. If and when interest rates go down, you're going to see a ton of new buyers on the market. That is going to drive the prices up 10, 15%, maybe even more. So one of the examples that we have is if you're looking at a house for $300,000 now, and say the interest rate is 7.2, 7.25-ish, that would be about $2,500 a month in a mortgage. That's with no money down. There are a lot of variables, but we're just going to use basics here. And the cost of that loan ends up being $733,000 for a $300,000 house. If home prices rise, let's say that 10 to 15%, that same home will cost you in the $340,000, $350,000 range. And rates around 6%, which is a healthy economy, will put your payment at $2,450. Drops at $50 a month. And the cost of the loan is $734,000. So why wait? $50 a month in a payment, $1,000 in the life of the loan. Why are you waiting for the interest rates to drop? If home prices do in fact go up like they predict, there really is no difference. So what are you waiting for? Just find a home that you love if this is the time that you feel best to sell, and feel good about what you're doing for your family and for you, whatever your need is, and just go build some new memories. The last thing we want to chat about is what to expect at closing. And for sellers, it's pretty basic. It's straightforward. You choose an attorney who's going to prepare your seller documents, and there aren't that many. They're 5-6 pieces of paper typically. They will need your lender info if you have a loan, and that loan number so they can get a payoff. And then you just kind of sit back and wait for the closing. You'll go ahead and sign your documents, your seller docs, with the attorney prior to the closing. So it could be the week before, it could be a few days before, but they'll be all ready when the buyer gets to closing day. Then when the buyers have their closing and sign their mountain of paperwork, the attorney firm, the lender, everybody ensures that all the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted, and you're good to go. Then it's recorded at the Register of Deeds. This is the official transfer of ownership, not the closing itself when the documents are all signed. It's when those documents are recorded at the Register of Deeds. That's important for you to know. And just another tip, remember that any personal belongings that you leave in the house when you leave become the sole property of the new owner. So don't be asking to go back and get grandma's fireplace screen that's a family heirloom because you forgot it. They may be nice and let you get it afterwards, but just remember, it's really theirs legally. So we hope that this information was helpful, that you took a little nugget of something away. You know, we're always looking for new topics, and we would love for you to send us a message and let us know what you want to learn about, and we'll do our best to get that info to you. Follow us on social media because we are working on a day in the life of a realtor. Lord help me.
It's going to be so fun.
You have no earthly idea. But we hope you all have a great day. I don't know what the weather's going to do. It's going to be a little bit cooler, a little fallish, so enjoy your coffee. And remember, it's Friday. And as always, beep at the Jeep.